Now, this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. So as you go down, what you need to focus on the whole time is making sure that your foot is not being rotated inward, okay? So I say that, it's a different word scientifically, but here, so you understand what I mean, it's basically when your knee is coming in and your foot's going to your medial side, which is your inside foot, okay? So you don't want it to rotate in at all. We're gonna be doing a single leg squat onto this chair, but make sure you're doing it correctly, okay? So you're gonna keep it open, okay? Keeping this straight, you can even bend it a little bit. And as you're coming down, use your hands to stabilize yourself, but also make sure that we're coming down on our midfoot. Now, if you watch very, very closely on my foot, I'm not coming down like this. This is going to put a lot of pressure on your knee. That's not what you want. You want to be flat-footed here and pushing your knee outward. This is called external rotation of your hip. Okay, so coming down, stabilizing, stabilizing, stabilizing. Use that bench here at the bottom and then push yourself up with as much as you can on your own. Try not to use the bench as much. Okay, so that's number 2. That's the second exercise. Just make sure you're keeping your chest up, and as you're coming down, you're focusing on keeping that knee out and then pushing straight up and just stabilizing the whole time. So number 3, the exercise that I absolutely love to do with a lot of beginners is going into a practice planche push-up, which we use a lot, again, in the Body Evo program. And we go about shoulder width apart, okay? You're just going into a regular push-up position. It's gonna be hard for you at first, okay? But again, this is only if you've been working your push-ups for a little bit of a while now and you're plateauing and you're trying to go to an intermediate level or advanced level, and it just takes time. It does. This is a beginner to intermediate level push-up. Okay, so we're gonna be going into a push-up position. Remember, tucking in those hips, don't let your back round at all. Make sure that our heads are not all the way down here. Make sure our heads are not looking straight up. Everything is completely straight. Retract and depress those scaps so you're completely straight from head to toe. I always talk about neutral spine. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna just move forward and hold that position for 3 seconds and then come right back with your feet, okay? So all we're doing is we're pushing ourselves just a couple steps forward, really extending at those elbows and coming right back. What this is gonna be working is your upper pec and also your anterior delts a lot, all right? And if your wrists are hurting at all, remember, you gotta warm up before any of these movements. Just go ahead and rotate them outward just a little bit. This will help you a lot and really push away from the ground. So you wanna push, 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 push as much as you can. One more time. Come all the way, a couple steps, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hollow body, which means you want to be away from yourself as much as possible. Think of taking your whole chest and pushing it towards the sky. You're not going to be like this, right? You're going to be pushing away, away, away as far as possible, okay? So that is your 3rd exercise. Your 4th exercise, we're going to come over here. Come over here to the pull-up area. Now, I was going to give you a different exercise than this, but I think this is extremely important when it comes to building overall strength. Your forearms are pretty much everything. They really are. So you have to focus on specific movements up here if you want to see incredible results throughout any other movement that you're doing upper body wise, okay? So your forearms, as I said, are so important to the whole movement. This is where it starts. If you can't grip something, how do you think you could do a lot more pull-ups? How do you think you can get a lot stronger with your handstands if you're trying to grip the ground? You can't. So what you're gonna do is try and grab a bar that is pretty thick. Any bar that you could think of, okay? And once you grab this bar, I want you to really think about squeezing, not only with that thumb under the bar, but also squeezing with that pinky at the same time. So when you're squeezing, you squeeze as hard as you can here. As you can see, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. This will help you through the whole movement to really stabilize not only with your supinators, not only with your pronators, but your extenders and your flexors, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Shoulder width apart, we're gonna be hanging, just so to make sure that you can hang. Whether you need to bring your knees up or not, that's up to you. But what you're gonna do is fully extend here, keeping that chin tucked, and you are just going to rotate back and forth, back and forth. Try and push yourself and pull yourself. So push, pull, push, pull. And if you do this for an extended period of time, for a couple of sets. Remember, stabilizing in your core the whole time. I am telling you, without a doubt, you will see absolutely incredible results in your grip strength, and you will feel it like crazy on your forearm. So one more time, we're gonna grip, outside of shoulder width apart, fully extend at those elbows as much as possible. Keep that chin tucked straight back, squeeze in that core. Remember, tuck in those hips at all times. And here we are, pull, push, pull, push. And if it's too hard, you can't grip the bar because it's so big, go ahead and go to a regular pull-up bar, okay? So, the final exercise, move over here. This is very, very challenging. I love this movement just because it requires overall core strength. And the reason why we only did go over one lower body movement is just because, you know, a lot of people have issues with their lower body when trying to do any of these, a lot of more interesting movements or unique movements, and they get out of whack. Just focus on your squats and focus on that movement, and you will see a lot better results. And I'll even give you a bonus movement after all of this, just so you could take something else away with you, not just one movement, okay? So we're gonna find a nice piece on this grass where I won't get my back all busted up because there's like, I don't know what there's like thorns down here. Okay, so we're gonna go on our backs, okay? We're just clearly on our backs. And all we're gonna do is make sure that our chin is tucked here. Our knees, they can be as far out as possible. Okay, remember, you're more of a beginner, so if they're tucked in a lot, that's completely fine. What we're working on here is overall core strength, which means we're gonna not only work on, stabilization. Now, we're not only gonna be focusing on our rectus abdominis, we're also gonna be focused on our external obliques, our transverse abdominis, and then also our rectus spinae and quadratus lumborum. And this are your back muscles. Your rectus spinae and your QL are more of your back muscles, and your rectus abdominis and your transverse and external obliques are all front. Remember that, okay? So what we're gonna do is tuck in, making sure that our lower back is always touching the ground. How do you do that? Rather than extending so much in your lower back, we're gonna push it into the ground as hard as possible and stabilize at that core, okay? From this position, we're gonna tuck in our chin, and we're gonna move all the way around as so, okay? I'm gonna hold the mic just so this is not making a bunch of noises, but keeping tucked, squeezing at every point, move all the way around. And once you get stronger, I want you to put your hands over your head and move around without trying to move too much of your torso. Then once you get strong enough, I want you to bring your legs out just a little bit more and then move around as so. And I guarantee you, if you do it correctly, you will see how much it just requires a lot of stabilization. It requires a lot of strength. Okay, so now that we have finished that exercise, I'm gonna give you one more bonus exercise. And this is going to require, again, a lot of stabilization, which is very important as a beginner. Remember, technique is everything. If you can't stabilize in your core, then you can't really stabilize in any other movement, and you're gonna do it wrong, then you will find an injury, okay? So here, what we're gonna be doing, just go on a single leg, very, very simple. If you've ever seen an RDL, Romanian deadlift, okay, you usually have a barbell here, and you're scraping your legs all the way down, keeping that back completely straight and feeling it in your hamstrings and coming right back up by squeezing your glutes in and extending, keeping everything straight, right? So here what we're gonna be focusing on is one leg, and we're gonna be coming down. Remember, just like over there on that chair, we're gonna focus on making sure that our foot is completely straight. We're not gonna externally rotate too much or internally rotate. Keep it on our midfoot. Do not cave in with your knee. Keep it out the whole time. And we're gonna be going down all the way to the left. It's called a multi-plane RDL. Okay, and you're gonna come right back up. And you will feel how much you have to stabilize with your foot and with your core. The more you tighten your core, the more you stabilize around your calf area, the more it will burn, and you'll see incredible results, okay? So you're gonna go left here, making sure everything is tight. Do not round at your back here. It's all gonna be straight. So here, reaching, 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 okay? So you're gonna be here, reaching, 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 coming back. Don't put this foot on the ground at all. Try and stabilize as much as possible, and then come in, keeping that back straight the whole time, forcing that knee outward the whole time as well. So left, you could see it, like I'm struggling right now because it burns like crazy, coming down towards the middle, and then again, coming to the right. So this will be your bonus exercise for the 5 best bodyweight movements you could be doing as a beginner to level up and stop your plateau. So if you did enjoy all of this content, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up.
What's up everyone, it's Ed from Barstarz. We're a group of calisthenic professionals that train at defying gravity. We tell our body where to go, it doesn't tell us. Are you tired of paying for an expensive gym membership and having a bullshit coach? Are you at home, the gym, or with your trainer and just not getting the results you deserve? Are you seeing other people around you succeed and you're just not getting there? It's time you take control of your life. We developed a 12-week body transformation program called BTX. It's a program with no boundaries. It's gonna push you harder than you've ever been pushed before, and you're gonna have impressive results, guaranteed. This is more than just a workout. This is a full transformation program with over 17 years of experience behind it. Motivational videos to keep you going, challenges to keep you inspired, and an amazing community to support you along the way. And this isn't it. We're also giving you a nutrition guideline and tips because working out is only half the battle. This is a whole lifestyle change. So who's this program for? This program is designed for anyone who wants to change for the better, no matter who you are or whatever your past workout experience might have been. We'll bring you to the next level. Barstarz have been making instructional videos for the last 7 years, being one of the first to make comprehensive calisthenics tutorials on the internet. We changed the lives of thousands of people just like you. I know what you're thinking. All this sounds too good to be true, but you know what? We'll offer you a full money back guarantee. Love your results or get a full refund. So what are you waiting for? Join us in the movement to change for the better and sign up to this program right now. You won't regret it.